1. Ogun, the god of iron and the executioner of justice. The forger of civilization, delving into the lore of Ogun, the Yoruba deity of iron, war and the pathways, illustrating his role in shaping society through technology and warfare, embodying the protective warrior spirit. Iron as a symbol of strength and justice, examining how tools and weapons, representational of Ogun's domains, serve as metaphors for the Great Father's dual roles in societal construction and the administration of justice. As we journey from our exploration of overarching themes surrounding the Great Father archetype, his omniscient eye keeping vigil over the cosmos and his hands prudishly molding the destiny of civilizations, we now anchor our narrative to a deity who exemplifies the essence of protection and justice through might and craft. Ogun, the Yoruba god of iron, war and the pathways. Ogun represents not only the raw power inherent in the capability to protect and enforce, but also the sophistication required to foster a society. In the pantheon of Yoruba deities, Ogun stands tall as the forger of civilization, a profound meld of mythology's flame and warfare's ferocity. His tale is one of transcendence, bringing the might of iron from the heavens down to the earthly realms, an act of divine endowment, giving humanity the tools to carve out their destiny. Ogun's narrative is the archetype of progress, where once were mere stones and sticks, now lay the instruments of agriculture, the weapons of warriors, and the tools of artisans. The impact of Ogun on societal evolution cannot be overstated. His gifts propelled humanity from the Stone Age into a new era, replete with possibilities. This divine blacksmith wielding the flame and forge is not simply a creator of worldly tools, but the embodiment of the warrior spirit necessary to protect the seeds of civilization he helped plant. The clang of his hammer on the anvil resonates as a battle cry and a call to arms, a sound marking the rhythm of progress and the deterrence of chaos. With Ogun's introduction of iron, a new element of strength and justice brewed within the social construct of humanity. Iron in its many forms, plows for the peasant, swords for the soldier, and scepters for the ruler, serve as a potent symbol within Ogun's lore. It represents the double-edged sword of construction and destruction, the delicate balance the Great Father archetype seeks to maintain. In Ogun's domain, iron becomes not merely a material, but a metaphor for the strength required to confront adversaries, the resilience in the face of societal upheaval, and the sharp edge of justice wielded with the precision of a seasoned warrior. Much like the way the Great Mother's bounty of earth nurtures society, Ogun's contributions erect the skeletal framework of civilization, where the Great Mother archetype imbues society with life and growth through fertility and abundance. Ogun endows it with the means to defend, expand, and evolve that life into complex social structures. His is a form of paternal care delivered through the establishment of order and the provision of tools for societal development. In the interplay of the cosmic balance, if the Great Mother is the soil from which life unfurls in mesmerizing diversity, Ogun is the protecting fence and the enabling tool, ensuring that life not only survives but thrives. He teaches that with power comes responsibility. The wielding of iron must be underpinned by a moral compass directing its force for the greater good. In the ongoing battle against entropy and decay, through Ogun, we witness the manifestation of the protector and the enforcer, an archetype that challenges but also complements the generative and nurturing force. His narrative invites us to contemplate the necessity of strength wielded with wisdom, the intersection of creation and protection, and the realization that the progress of civilization is a multifaceted venture requiring both the spear and the shield. 2. Horus, the Avenger and divine Jurist, the defender of cosmic order, focusing on Horus, the falcon-headed god of ancient Egypt, depicting his quest to avenge Osiris and establish rightful rule, underlining the principles of righteous warfare and justice. The Eye of Horus as a beacon of protection and healing, analyzing how the eye, a symbol of wholeness and well-being, encapsulates Horus's duty as guardian of both physical and moral integrity. From the anvil of Ogun, where the protective boundaries of civilization are forged, we shift our gaze to the skies of ancient Egypt, where the falcon-headed Horus reigns as the Avenger and divine Jurist. In the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian mythology, Horus emerges as a pivotal figure whose actions and sacrifices serve as the bedrock for the principles of righteous warfare and justice. Embarking on a quest to avenge his father Osiris's death and dismemberment at the hands of the usurper Set, Horus engages in a series of battles that are as much about physical confrontation as they are about the restoration of cosmic order. His story is a vivid narrative of good versus evil, where the fight for justice transcends personal vengeance to become a divine duty. Horus's role as the defender of cosmic order is paramount. In his essence, Horus embodies the enactment of justice, not merely through retribution, but through the re-establishment of balance and harmony in the world. His struggle against Set is a representation of the eternal battle between order and chaos, light and darkness. Through his victories and losses, Horus teaches that justice is a journey fraught with challenges, demanding both strength and wisdom. Unlike Ogun, whose dominion is marked by the tangible crafting of civilization, Horus operates within the intangible realms of moral and cosmic equilibrium, ensuring that the universe itself adheres to a code of divine justice. Central to Horus's imagery and power is the Eye of Horus, a symbol that transcends its initial representation of physical sight to embody protection, healing, and restitution. Often depicted as a hieroglyph that adorns temples, artifacts, and vessels, the Eye of Horus serves as a talisman against evil, a source of healing magic, and an emblem of sacrifice. Horus lost his eye in the battle with Set, only to have it restored, symbolizing the restoration of wholeness and well-being. This eye then becomes a beacon that guides humanity not only towards physical safety, but towards a path of moral rectitude. In the dichotomy of the Great Father and the Great Mother archetypes, Horus complements the nurturing and life-giving aspects represented by female deities with his protective and justice-orientated nature, while the Great Mother archetype, exemplified by deities like Isis, Horus's own mother, provides the foundation for life and civilization through creation and fertility. Horus protects this creation against the forces that seek to undermine it. The Eye of Horus then operates as a counterpart to the womb, where one symbolizes the god against fragmentation and the other the origin of unity and life. Both Horus and Ogun share the mantle of protectors, but their methods and realms of influence diverge, illustrating the diverse manifestations of the Great Father archetype. Horus's legacy as a divine jurist underscores the nuanced role of the Great Father in ensuring justice prevails, profoundly impacting how society navigates the balance between retribution and forgiveness, chaos and order. His story invites reflection on the responsibilities that come with power, the sacrifices required to uphold justice, and the enduring need for guardians who watch over not just the physical realms, but the moral and cosmic scales upon which civilization balances. Through Horus's vigilant gaze, society finds a model for lawful conduct, leadership, and the ongoing endeavor to maintain harmony in the cosmos. His tale is a compelling reminder that true justice often demands enormous personal sacrifice, and that the maintenance of cosmic order is a responsibility shared by all, overseen by vigilant eyes that pierce through the veil of mortality into the realm of the eternal. Three, Shango, the Orisha of thunder and righteous rage. Thunder as divine judgment. This section embarks on the myths surrounding Shango, the Yoruba Orisha of thunder, lightning, and fire, interpreting these natural phenomena as expressions of divine judgment and protection from evil. The double-edged axe, symbolizing power and dual responsibility, discussing Shango's axe as a representation of the untamed and judicious use of power, emphasizing the balance required in wielding authority and enforcing laws. Emerging from the enlightened vision of Horus, our journey through the landscape of the Great Father archetype now leads us to the turbulent realm of Shango, the Yoruba Orisha of thunder, lightning, and fire. Shango stands as a testament to the primal and awe-inspiring aspects of nature's fury, which are harnessed as instruments of divine judgment and protection. Unlike the celestial overseer Horus, whose dominion embodies moral balance and cosmic justice, Shango represents the tempestuous interactions between earthly existence and the divine, where nature's raw power delivers swift judgment against malevolence and wrongdoing. Shango's story is interwoven with tales of passion, power, and transformation. From being a historical king to ascending as an Orisha, his narrative pulsates with the rhythms of divine anger and righteous rage. Thunder and lightning, his elemental signatures, are not merely meteorological phenomena, but the palpable expression of divine wrath meted out against those who dare to transgress the moral and social orders. Within these spectacular displays of power lies Shango's protective embrace, shielding the innocent and guiding the lost back towards righteousness. His fury thus becomes a guardian force, cleansing the world of evil and reiterating the omnipresent watch of the divine over human affairs. Central to understanding Shango is the double-edged axe, an emblem that captures the essence of his being and his divine mission. This symbol, often depicted flaming and fearsome, represents the dual nature of power. It is both a destructive force and a tool for carving out justice. With it, Shango strikes down malevolence. But the same axe also warns of the perils inherent in unchecked might and the responsibility that accompanies authority. It teaches that true power requires control, wisdom, and the discernment to act justly, challenging leaders to wield their influence with a careful balance between firmness and fairness. Drawing parallels with the Great Mother archetype, Shango and the maternal deities share the common purpose of protection and preservation of societal values. Although their methods diverge significantly, where the Great Mother, like Yemoja, nurtures and guides, enveloping her children in a comforting embrace, Shango challenges and purges, using his raw elemental might to enforce the bounds of morality and social order. Yet, within this contrast lies a harmonic balance. The nurturing warmth of the mother is complemented by the fatherly discipline of Shango, both essential for the moral and spiritual development of the community. In comparing Shango to Horus, we find fascinating contrasts and convergences. Both deities wield immense power in the service of justice, yet Horus's battles are fought in the celestial realm, maintaining cosmic equilibrium, while Shango's theater of operation is the tangible world, where his presence is felt directly in the thunderclap and the lightning strike. Yet both hold the mantle of divine jurists, guardians of order, emphasizing that whether the quiet gaze of the falcon or the resonating boom of thunder, the Great Father archetype manifests to protect, guide, and correct, ensuring the continuation and integrity of both cosmic and earthly law. Shango's legacy invites us to reflect on the nature of power and its application in the pursuit of justice and protection. His story serves as a reminder that strength, when guided by wisdom and tempered by responsibility, becomes a beacon of hope and a fortress against chaos. In his thunderous voice, we are called to stand steadfast in our principles, to seek balance in our actions, and to remember that justice, in its purest form, is an act of protection, a divine decree etched into the very essence of the Great Father archetype. Four, Tsoede, the warrior king and cultural hero. Legends of leadership and liberation. Examining the narrative of Tsoede, the Nupe Kingdom's legendary ruler, whose military campaigns and leadership expound on the Great Father's role as a protective figure and emancipator. Bronze art as narratives of authority, analyzing the symbols found in Tsoede's bronze sculptures, which visualize the high concepts of masculine leadership, military prowess, and the protective mantle of governance. As we navigate from the storm-infused tales of Shango to the terrestrial landscapes of the Nupe Kingdom, we are introduced to Tsoede, a figure whose life and legacy cast a long shadow over the narratives of leadership and liberation. Unlike Shango, whose divine anger is unleashed through the elements, Tsoede's realm of influence is rooted firmly in the world of men, where the qualities of the Great Father archetype, protection, leadership, and liberation are manifested through direct action and cultural endurance. Tsoede emerges not merely as a historical figure, but as a cultural hero whose military campaigns and governance model exemplify the protector and emancipator roles deeply ingrained in the concept of masculine leadership. His story is one of unity and resilience. He is the warrior king who led his people in the face of external threats, embodying the protective mantle of governance. Yet his leadership goes beyond the battlefield. It encapsulates the vision of a liberator, one who not only frees his people from physical bondage, but also unites them under a singular cultural and political identity. This complexity of Tsoede's legacy is encapsulated and perpetuated through the medium of bronze art, an enduring narrative of authority and martial prowess. These sculptures, intricate in their detail and powerful in symbolism, serve as more than mere records of past glories. They are visual representations of high concepts of masculine leadership and governance. In the curved lines and stoic expressions of these bronze figures, we find the embodiment of the Great Father's protective and unifying spirit. Each piece tells a story of a leader who was both a shield against adversity and a guiding light towards societal coherence. In the comparison between Tsoede and the maternal figures within the African pantheon, the contrast in mediums of influence becomes apparent. Whereas the Great Mother, akin to Yemoja, may offer her wisdom and protection through the natural flow of water, Tsoede's bronze sculptures offer a more tangible testament to leadership and protection. These artworks solidify his contributions, anchoring them in the physical world where they continue to inspire and instruct future generations. Moreover, these sculptures do not just communicate Tsoede's personal strength and valor, they symbolize the collective might and the unity of his people, each figure forged from the earth and bearing the marks of a craftsman's hand represents a link in the chain that binds community, culture, and leadership. The medium of bronze, resistance to corrosion and decay, speaks to the lasting impact of Tsoede's reign and the enduring relevance of the principles he championed. In the narrative of Tsoede, we find a resonance with the ethos of warriors like Horus and the principled furies of deities like Shango, yet marked by a distinct presence that is uniquely human and accessible. His stories and the art they inspired prompt us to reflect on the values that underpin effective leadership and governance. They remind us that the essence of the Great Father archetype, the drive to protect, unite, and lead, is not confined to the realm of myth, but finds expression in the deeds and legacies of those who shape our communities and our history. As we contemplate Tsoede's legacy, we are invited to consider the nature of authority and the responsibilities that come with it. His story, immortalized in bronze, offers a palpable connection to the past, serving as a reminder that leadership at its core is an act of service, a balance between strength and wisdom, between freedom and unity. In this balance, the Great Father archetype finds one of its most profound expressions, echoing through time as both a charge and a beacon to those who follow. Five, Amma, the Sky Father and the Order of the Universe. The cosmic lawgiver, aligning with the Dogon cosmogony, where Amma projects as the ultimate authority, orchestrating the cosmos through precise order and the enactment of universal laws, reflecting an expansive view of the Great Father's protective and judicial duties. The seed and the word, symbols of creative power and divine will, exploring how the seed, representing potential and growth, and the spoken word as law and creative impulse, reflect Amma's overarching roles in protection, creation, and the establishment of order. From the solidified legacy of Tsoede cast in the bronze and earth, we ascend into the expansive cosmos of the Dogon people of West Africa, where Amma reigns as the paramount architect of existence, the Sky Father. Unlike the terrestrial tethering of kings and heroes, Amma's domain transcends the physical, stretching into the vast expanse of the universe, making visible the invisible threads that bind the cosmos with precise order and universal laws. His narrative offers a profound meditation on the Great Father archetype, emphasizing protection, creation, and the establishment of harmony on a cosmic scale. Amma's essence as the cosmic lawgiver brings to light an expansive view of paternal responsibilities that extend beyond the immediate, familial, or societal units into the realm of cosmic entirety. He doesn't simply influence the course of human affairs, he orchestrates the balance of the universe, ensuring that the celestial bodies move according to divine law and that life adheres to a preordained script. His role as a protector is thus magnified. He safeguards not just a kingdom or a people, but the fundamental order upon which life itself is predicated. Central to this grand design are two pivotal symbols, the seed and the spoken word. The seed, in its latent potency, embodies the limitless growth potential, encapsulating the principle that within each minuscule entity lies the blueprint of fruition, an idea that resonates deeply with the germinative roles often attributed to maternal figures. Yet here it is the paternal, providing the seed from which cosmic order blossoms. This symbol acknowledges the interconnectedness of protection and provision, illustrating how Amma's governance nurtures the seeds of creation to foster life across the universe. Parallel to the seed is the power of the spoken word, a motif that transcends numerous creation myths. For Amma, the word is the vehicle of will, how his intentions manifest as physical reality. It is through his divine decree that order is established, chaos is subdued, and harmony is maintained. The spoken word becomes a symbol of creative authority and judicial power, wherein Amma's voice commands the cosmos into compliance, ensuring that its laws are upheld and its balance preserved. The interplay between the seed and the word in Amma's narrative invites a reflection on the roles of the Great Father and the Great Mother within the creation ethos, where the maternal might be seen as the nurturing soil that sustains and cultivates. The paternal emerges as the bearer of the seeds and the ordainer of laws, a complementary duality that reaffirms the complex and intertwined nature of creation, protection, and governance. Through the lens of Amma's cosmic dominion, the Great Father's archetype expands into a symbol of ultimate authority and benevolence, illustrating that paternal protection and provision can transcend the bounds of the immediate, reaching into the vastness of space and time. In this boundless theater, Amma's dual roles as a protective and creative force echo the universal truth that leadership, whether divine or mortal, entails a profound responsibility to uphold order, nurture potential, and voice laws that guide existence towards harmony and growth. Herein lies the lesson of Amma's majestic reign, that the true measure of power lies not in dominance but in the ability to harmonize and sustain the intricate dance of creation, ensuring that within the cosmos's vast expanses, life flourishes under the watchful eye of both paternal and maternal forces. Conclusion: the protector-enforcer paradigm, anchoring societal and cosmic equilibrium. Emerging from the cosmic expanse where Amma orchestrates the universe, we anchor ourselves back to the essence of the Great Father archetype, a beacon of protection, order, and justice across the multifaceted tapestry of African mythology. This journey through time, from the heart of ancient Egypt to the spiritual cosmos of the Dogon, has unfurled the rich and complex panorama of the Great Father, manifesting its essential role in both societal cohesion and cosmic harmony. Central to this exploration are symbols: iron, the eye, thunder, artworks, seeds, and words, each a mosaic piece representing the profound interplay of authority, law, and protection that defines the masculine divine in Africa. The protector-enforcer paradigm, as epitomized by the Great Father, is not merely a role assumed by an embodiment of the dual essence of masculinity, nurturing life and civilization by shielding it from the forces of chaos, while enforcing the order that ensures the flourishing of society and the natural world. This duality illuminates the complementary nature of the masculine and the feminine divine, where the assertive force of protection and the creation impulse for nurturing coalesce to maintain equilibrium within the cosmos. This archetype's enduring legacy in shaping African cultural and spiritual consciousness revolves around its ability to maintain balance, holding chaos at bay while fostering an environment where growth, prosperity, and justice are not mere ideals but tangible realities experienced by communities across generations. The clarion call of Ogun's iron, the vigilant gaze of Horus's eye, the rumbling decree of Shango's thunder, the silent wisdom in Tsoede's artworks, and the creative potency in Amma's seeds and words. All these echo the multifaceted roles of the Great Father in guiding, protecting, and nurturing the fabric of life. In reflecting on the harmony between the Great Father and Great Mother archetypes, one cannot help but appreciate the profound synergy that exists between them, a balanced interplay of energies that underscores the African understanding of the universe as a cohesive whole, where the Great Mother is the nurturing soil that beckons life to flourish. The Great Father is the gardener who plants the seeds, waters them with wisdom, and ensures that the encroaching weeds of disharmony are kept at bay. Together, they create a world where the cycle of life, with its myriad expressions, continues in a balanced dance of creation and preservation, destruction and renewal. This discourse on the Great Father archetype, distilled from ancient myths and symbols, compels us to reconsider the essence of masculine power, not as a force of dominance, but as a cornerstone of harmony and guardianship. It invites us to recognize that true strength lies in the ability to protect and nurture, to command and emphasize, to enforce and inspire. A multifaceted approach to leadership and responsibility that remains as relevant today as it was in the age-old narratives of Africa's rich spiritual heritage. In this light, the Great Father stands as a timeless pillar, anchoring the societal and cosmic equilibrium essential for the continuous unfolding of life's grand tapestry. Through understanding and embodying the wisdom embedded in these archetypal roles, we find pathways toward sustaining harmony in our contemporary world, honoring the legacy of those who have gone before us while forging a future that remains deeply connected to the spiritual and natural laws that govern existence. Thanks for joining me. Join me again next time. This is the House of Horus, signing out.